Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of The Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, you see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going over to the business part podcast, you have Starlink to debut their mini model coming in at $5.99, which I think a lot of people are disappointed that Elon didn't go for a pun. He didn't add like a 69 cent at the end or anything like that to make some people smile. Which, again, for marketing, you always want to have stuff end in 99. It's not a coincidence that when you go to any store, pretty much everything in the store always ends in 99 cents, so you round it down to the dollar, even though you should be rounding up to a couple dollars because remember the government has to tax that item that you are purchasing. This is brought to us thanks to Sawyer Merritt over at X Twitter. And he says, quote, breaking, SpaceX has officially started selling Starlink Mini. Early Starlink customers are being invited to purchase the Starlink Mini kit for $5.99 and bundle with the Mini Roam service with their existing residential service plan for additional $30 per month. They also say the kit price will drop later, see below. The Starlink Mini specs, it's 63% lighter than the standard Starlink dish, which I can't help but think who would give a damn about that. This is one of the few examples where I don't think the weight of the item matters. I mean, most of the people I know who are using these products, it's usually stationary. My friends who do use it with an RV, they drive somewhere, but I mean, with vehicles, the rule of thumb is with every decrease of 100 pounds of weight from the vehicle is about a 1% increase in fuel economy. That's kind of the rule of thumb for the automotive industry. But in this case, they're so lightweight, I don't think anyone cares. Now, they do say there's a built-in Wi-Fi router, low power consumption, a DC power input, and max download speeds of over 100 megabytes per second, which, again, it's pretty good for most applications. Granted, I upload and download videos for the podcast, so I appreciate more bandwidth at the house and around. Now, they say it fits in your backpack, only a little bit bigger than a piece of paper. Deliveries start in July. Operating temperature between negative 30 degrees Celsius and to 50 degrees Celsius, which, I mean, no one knows what the hell that means. So we'll translate to America, or the real language, and it says negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. They say that the mini roam service is an additional $30 per month for 50 gigabytes of mobile data that can be used anywhere in the United States. And then they also say $1 per gigabyte for additional data on top of that. And you see a little picture here. And let's see, they actually have the official email saying, quote, our goal is to reduce the price of the Starlink, especially for those around the world where connectivity has been unaffordable or completely unavailable. But in regions with high usage where Starlink Mini places additional demands on the satellite network, we are offering a limited number of Starlink Mini kits to start at $5.99. And, yeah, looks kind of neat. Now, I don't want to say A+ for marketing, but A+ for this part of the marketing. So the little Starlink Mini, the picture is taken in like a rural area, like a camping, which is good. I guess that's the application. And behind it, to show that it connects you to them internets, they have a laptop, and the laptop is actually a picture of a rocket going off, which makes sense because that's what the whole Starlink is based on. So that is pretty cool. Well, I don't know if that's much of it. I mean, I don't know if it's much of an Easter egg because everyone knows SpaceX is leading this. And it's the company, but I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool to have that little rocket on a laptop there. Now, let's see how viral did this really go. Yeah, almost depends on how nice you want to be with rounding up numbers. It got 865,000 views, which some might argue is close to a million. It got 6.2 thousand likes. Now, in terms of the top comments, you got one from Joseph, Tesla long-term investment, saying, is there anyone kind enough to share the link for the mini roam plan? I visited the Starlink website and I don't see the mini option, or is it by invite only? Terrible. How many Americans can't read? It's quite sad. I'm proud to say that I'm from one of the highest literacy rating states in the U.S., Iowa. Also the future birthplace of Captain Kirk. And home of the Iowa Hawkeyes. And what else is Iowa known for? Good authors, John Wayne, a couple of cool things. But, because we literally said 2 to 3 times, it's invite only. And my sort did respond saying, man, invite only, got 123 likes. I love how someone says, it's more expensive? Question mark. Well, yeah, first run of any product is usually more expensive. Because again, you have research, development, molding. That's why, with over time, the price of products, if it's something where you make it once and you just you manufacture it once, so you set the tooling once, and then you can divide that cost up to many, many units. That's why over time, many products will go down in cost, not always to the consumer. In many cases, it is. I think one of the most hilarious outliers being Texas Instruments calculators, where they're still about the same price, even though the technology is the same. And the moldings, I think, are the same from when I was a kid for graphing calculators, but I partially digress. Good news for SpaceX. Again, it's still not publicly traded yet. I know there's a lot of people speculating when might that happen and how much that would increase their value and would be an investment. I mean, it's certainly, we do have competition coming up slowly but surely. I know Amazon has their service now for their satellite technologies, and they're no longer kind of a, not monopoly, but they're no longer the bleeding edge in terms of being the only one in the room doing it. But yeah, there's a lot of people in residential America that are appreciating the Starlink technologies, and globally it's exponentially increasing as well. Again, not financial advice, but it is impressive to see how much the company is growing lately. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.